Welcome to History Tonight. My name is Amelia, your host for this evening's report. Today, you listeners are in for a very special treat. An exclusive interview with the Greek historian Herodotus, who created the first official writing on the Battle of Thermopylae, is airing today. Many of us know that Herodotus' version of the Battle of Thermopylae is scandalously embellished. I will be giving Herodotus a copy of the articles entitled Thermopylae, Death of a King, Birth of a Legend, by the author Herodotus. I will be questioning him on the divergences between the two versions. Today, we will find out what really happened at the Battle of Thermopylae. Join me as we travel back in time to uncover the never-before-heard secrets from the well-publicized, but no better understood, last stand of the 300. Right now, I will be attempting the impossible. In a moment, I will step into the time machine and go to the Greece in the year 430 BC. Here I go! I think I've arrived. Oops, I seem to be in the wrong place. Back I go. I've stopped. I hope I'm in the right place. Herodotus, can I please take a short moment out of your time to ask you some questions about your recently published book on the Battle of Thermopylae?
Yes, I am sure I can tell you all about my new book.
I have traveled back in time to see you. An author in my time has written an article on the Battle of Thermopylae, and it seems to differ from the one you wrote in your book, The Histories. If you don't mind, I will be asking you some questions to figure out the true story of the Battle of Thermopylae, as well as multiple questions on your opinions and beliefs.
Yes.
Now, just for clarification, what really is the Battle of Thermopylae?
The Battle of Thermopylae was a great battle during which a small army of Greek soldiers, including only 300 Spartans, stood against the vast army of Persian warriors led by their king Xerxes. The Greeks, led by Leonidas, one of the two Greek kings of Sparta, had much skill and experience and managed to defeat the Persians and slaughter many of their warriors on the first 2 days of battle. The same thing happened with the greatly outnumbered Greeks battling at sea. The Greeks held the Persians temporarily at bay and were well on their way to winning this battle against overwhelming odds. The only reason that the Persians managed to triumph in the end was the fact that they found a pass through the mountains that led around the middle gate of Thermopylae and caused them to be able to attack the Greeks from the back. After realizing that the Persians had found a way around their defense, King Leonidas made this decision for his Spartans to stay and fight to the death. Other Greek soldiers were evacuated in groups, leaving only the Spartans, the Thespians, and the unwilling Thebans. Eventually, the Greeks were defeated.
Now, what is the most interesting part of the Battle of Thermopylae in your opinion?
The Battle of Thermopylae is an entirely fascinating event in history. I was most interested in the lengths that the Spartans went to in order to recover Leonidas' body. This shows exactly how much respect and effort they put forth for their king. It also shows how gallantly Leonidas died in the fight and how they are honoring him for that. The Greeks are loyal even after King Leonidas is dead. To me, this was one of the most significant things to study from the Battle of Thermopylae because it tells so much about Spartan culture and values.
Now, in your story, you state that after much struggle, over the body of Leonidas, the valor of the Greeks rescued it, and they managed to drive the enemy off. In Barry Strauss's version of the story, he writes that in the end, the Persians conquered the Greeks and took the body of the great king. So Barry Strauss states that when Leonidas finally fell, the Greeks drove the enemy off 4 times before recovering the body. Nevertheless, prior to being at last overwhelmed by Persian spears and arrows.
I am not sure as to how Mr. Strauss came to that conclusion, but according to my immaculate research, I find it very hard to believe that the Persians would have succeeded in taking Leonidas' body because the Spartans were so determined to get it.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Tired of books with no information? Have a thirst for knowledge? Well, you should purchase The Histories by Herodotus. A well of information. The Histories is a book by the famous historian Herodotus containing a wealth of information for those knowledge-thirsty Greek readers. To attend a private seminar with Herodotus, go to the Acropolis and witness his explanation of the book. The Histories, get yours! Send your messenger to the town square to purchase your very own copy of The Histories. Only 3 easy payments using the barter system and a copy of the book will be all yours.